Okay, you incredible, amazing, and a beautiful, delicious coach. I am going to share something with you. I made a mistake in my coaching. Now, it wasn't a horrible, horrible thing, but it was definitely something that was contradictory to the stuff that I teach. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I made quite the little goober. And I wanted to share it with you for a couple of reasons. A, so you can learn from this. Two, to really recognize that Ben Dooley, MCC coach, trainer of high level, advanced level coaches, yeah, sometimes I make mistakes too. Sometimes I slip out of what I know to do. Sometimes I slide into assumptions, and sometimes the coaching isn't magnificent, magical, and magnificent all the time. So if that's true for me, it might be true for you too. It's okay. You can make mistakes too. What's important is that you recover from them. So let me share you a little bit about what I did. It wasn't horrible, but it was a bit of a goober. So I'm talking with a client, and this is a first time, one time sample thing, and she says, "Well, I want to increase my business to this amount." I said, "Great." And then she starts talking about, the stuff that she had done it before, but then with COVID times and with all this stuff, her business took a kick. So obviously times have changed, but she still wants to do it again. But she's afraid that she might not hit it. She might not hit the goals. She could do it before, but when she did do it before, there was also a lot of sacrifice. So I immediately go, got it. And I start to pick out a piece of paper. We're going to do this. We're going to track that. And I start asking her some questions, and she starts just responding like, well, yeah, I've already done this. Now, I don't want to look bad, right? So I'm going to stick with this. Okay, well, no, just stay with me now, because my mind is saying, I'm the brilliant coach. You're the client. So you just follow me and we'll go someplace brilliant. And so I said, so stay with it. I stay with the exercise that I brilliantly came up with. And she's still, it's like I can tell she's just not clicking with this. She's like, yeah, no, I know. I mean, we've done this all the time. We look back at this and here's what I know and this and that. And she's not with me in it. I can feel it. And so that's when that was my mistake. Can you figure out where my mistake was? What was it? I'll tell you what it was, because I can't hear you say it. And I know you know. I didn't get clear what the actual agenda was and what she wanted in the coaching. Like all I said was, what's the problem? And then I went, got it, let's go. As opposed to, great. So what specifically are you struggling with? Great. So what do you need help with? Great. So what do you want by the end of this time? How can I best help you? And what, if this is our only call, what will make this the best moment for you? I did not do that. Now, luckily, I caught myself in this trap, and then I said, okay, hold on, let me double check here. Let me actually check what would be helpful. What would be, and I even said, because this was a sample call. If this is our only time, if we don't continue on together, and this is the only time we work together, what will make this of high value for you? What do you want to get from this call? And then she told me. And then I was able to go, oh, forget. Now, this is the boy. I just exposed myself to her. Not that way. I just basically exposed, I made a mistake. See, the other mistake is not acknowledging and recognizing that you made a mistake. And now I'm just going to stay on my course, whether or not it's actually appropriate to the coaching. So I recognized it and said, oh, okay, you know what? Forget what we were doing. Here's where we actually need to go. And then we started moving in another direction. And she clicked with it, and she responded, and she started going into it. And when we ended, she was like, wow, this was really great. Thank you. This was helpful. See, my own brilliance and my own assumptions were not contributing to helpful. I was convinced it was going to be brilliant, but it wasn't, because she wasn't on board on it. I wasn't connecting with her. I wasn't in partnership with her. But once we got into partnership, And it was really easily done by saying, great, so what do we work on about this? Rather than me just decide what we work on. Is this making sense? And I know you have probably fallen, maybe you haven't, but there's so many coaches who have fallen into that trap of the client just dumps the big problem and then we start sifting through it ourselves, trying to figure out how to fix it. That's like somebody like bringing your car to the mechanic. Here, my car is not working properly. Got it. All right, well, we're going to take care of it. Woo! We don't know how. We don't know where the problem is. We don't know really what specifically to work on. And that could cost thousands of dollars if your mechanic just starts digging in and fixing stuff that doesn't need to be fixed. So the same is true for you. Take that moment. Get really clear. So what are we talking about? What is the problem? And then what are we really talking about? What specific part of the problem are you feeling stuck on, or that you really are dealing with? And not how can I fix your problem? Because they don't know. But what do you want by the end of this? What's the resolution? What's the feeling you want to have? What's the issue you want solved? What do you want it to be like at the end? And then you, the coach, you're the brilliant one. Once they give you the endpoint, you just connect the dots. Now, there's so much more to this. This is just a reminder of how easy it happens. It happens to me. It happens to you. It happens to every coach out there. And I can promise you, every single coach falls into this trap at some point or another. It's just that as we go along in time, we get much better at managing it and not falling into that trap. But we're human, and we do. And so are you. And I'm glad I can help. Keep coming back to more of these, and I'll keep sharing more insights and value so that you can grow your coaching and so that you can truly be the coach you are here to be. And until the next time, happy coaching.